So videos have leaked from the set of the brand new Spider Man Noir TV show starring Nicolas Cage. And if my theory is correct, this show could get really, really bad. So we already have a plot synopsis for the show. And to be honest, as a fan of film noir and superheroes, it actually sounds pretty good. But do not be mistaken, this show has massive room to turn out to be another politically driven disaster. Because not many people know this, but Spider Man Noir is a cool private detective secondly, and a whining socialist first. Before I destroy this piece of trash character, first you're gonna need some background. So after watching Into the Spider-Verse, we all thought that Spider Man Noir was this awesome character, right? But that was the thing. That movie took all the alternate versions of Spider-Man and made them likable for the audience. For example, Miles Morales is not Spider-Man. He never was. He actually sucked really bad in his own comics before that movie. So for the movie, they had to change him from the comics. Because in the comics, he was just Peter Parker, but look, he's black. And the exact same thing goes for Spider-Man Noir as well. I remember after that movie wanting to read every single comic with Spider-Man Noir. And when I finally did, I came to the conclusion that the character was a piece of garbage. If you read his first comic from 2009, it's already a mess. The story does have a few cool ideas, like a snowy New York setting. Black Cat is the perfect femme fatale for a noir Spider-Man universe. Ben Urich is mentoring Peter Parker, and Spider-Man Noir using a gun should be awesome. But that's when things start going downhill. So in this universe, the innocent Aunt May and Uncle Ben are actually hardcore socialists.
With all due respect, what the fuck?
Aunt May is out in the street with her fist raised high, screaming about socialism. Aunt May and her group of comrades just keep on interrupting the story, and it's absolutely obnoxious. And in this universe, the Vulture isn't just a normal supervillain. He's actually a monster who eats people, and that's how Uncle Ben dies. So when Spider-Man actually comes face to face with the man who killed Uncle Ben, and the Vulture is about to kill Aunt May too, Spider-Man says something badass and blows the guy away with his revolver. Whilst reading this, immediately I thought it was awesome. And then it happened. Aunt May started crying into his face about how he shouldn't use a gun, how you shouldn't kill people. Batman's no-kill rule makes sense. He came up with that himself. A socialist didn't cry into his face about using guns. He decided that himself. So I reluctantly finished the comic and came away from it wanting more. I tracked down the next comic with Spider-Man Noir in it, with the hopes of it being a film noir masterpiece, like it's advertised as. Spoiler alert, it actually isn't anywhere near noir, and it somehow got worse than the first comic. In the second Spider-Man Noir comic, it still has the same problem. The story has great potential. Spider-Man himself has a cooler outfit, there's a noir mystery, and then that's when it turns into a flaming piece of crap. So the noir mystery of this story is the fact that black people are being kidnapped and experimented on. And this is all being orchestrated by one evil Nazi who is actually Otto Octavius. So Dr. Octopus is a freak in a wheelchair who's obsessed with bringing back the Third Reich. Who wrote this trash? Anybody saying Spider-Man Noir is a good character, actually read the comics that the character is in. And if I'm remembering correctly, at the end of the story, Himmler shows up. Like, holy hell, who greenlit this comic? How hard is it to write a plain old noir mystery? Remember that time in The Big Sleep by Raymond Chandler, where the iconic detective Philip Marlowe uncovered a plot to kidnap black people and experiment on them? No, nobody remembers that because Raymond Chandler wasn't retarded. Whoever wrote these Spider-Man Noir comics are idiots. It's not noir. It's not a good Spider-Man story. It's not badass. It's just an absolute disaster. For years and years, comics could be noir. It's been that way since the 70s. Daredevil, Batman, Wolverine, Green Arrow, Sin City. These comics are all noir. The detective uncovers a plot of crime and corruption. We don't need to hear about socialism. All those comics that came before could be noir. And this, with noir in the title, actually couldn't even achieve it. These comics and Spider-Man Noir as a character are unbelievably bad. And that's why my hopes are not high for this new TV show. It could turn out to be an entertaining show, or it could be like the comics, and it could be one of the wokest pieces of television ever produced. I still want this show and the character to be good. Like the video game Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. There's a full Spider-Man Noir story in that game, with not one hint of politics. And it's probably the best the character has been because of it. But knowing modern Hollywood, are they really going to miss an opportunity to inject politics into a story? I didn't think so. So if you agreed with me, please let me know. And if you disagreed with me in any way whatsoever, nobody cares. Go complain to your boyfriend.